The operation is Fellow Raccoon.
Eyes only, Operation Fallow Raccoon. Primary objective, destroy or otherwise make unusable 1 times Void Wraith base. Secondary objective, gather information on the Void Wraith via prisoners or data harvesting. Tertiary objective, acquire vessels and equipment.
Of course.
Target location, a 2-story structure based on Bala, the second planet of the Tagani system, Terminus. We're acting on this operation before Operation Lax Varan due to time-critical nature. We're headed for a Void Wraith base, the location of which the White Council have gleaned from prisoners we have taken. The included maps are reliable, the descriptions of the room are semi-reliable. Ideal operation is a stealth intrusion. While they may be confident enough in their own base, they may have enough discipline to blank their data at the first sign of trouble. If we have to storm, a quick operation is best. While we need information, do not risk yourselves, so there will be no restrictions on skills, ammunition, or equipment. Use your judgment. If need be, the fire teams for this operation are as follows. Fire Team 1, Logain and Rosa. Fire Team 2, Tiala and Crane. I suggest using the travel time to discuss your skills and how to deploy them as a team. Designations while on mission are as follows. Logain. Is that 5-6 or S6?
Yes.
S6 or 6. Tiala, FT 2.1 or 2.1. Crane, FT 2.2 or 2.2.
Those are commas. 2-1 or 2-1 or 2-2.
FT 1-2 or 1-2. Passphrase is any sentence containing gladiator answered with winter. Suggested optional equipment, Ator discs and grenades. Expected enemies based on previous base encounters, at least 3 Batarians, at least 3 Turians, at least 1 Asari, biotic hazard, possible Krogan, possible Varan.
We have actually got information update, which leads us to believe there could be up to 60 total persons.
Do we have any idea about distribution?
None yet.
While we are not expecting Alcor, Hana, Volus, Vorcha, or Yug, don't allow their appearance to throw you. They may be outfitted with turrets. The base will most certainly have locked doors and security cameras. It is possible there will be captives there, however we cannot presume innocence of anyone, so all persons taken will be restrained, as in SWAT protocols.
I provided
a
map. Do we actually have a star map to this location? I forgot to ask.
No.
If we don't, can we make it the stuff Tiala was doing on the
But
way here?
it's in the ship you're probably taking, because
Good
it's
point.
a ship
Yeah.
that's...
So there's planetary information you
yes.
may need. And the White Council has provided for us these maps and this map key. I've also been told that there's a little present waiting for us on their ship from the White Council.
Would you like me to go ahead and have a look?
Why don't you?
This seems like a small base to permanently house 40 combatants.
I think this may be the main base.
We might find that half of them are gone or half of them arrive while we're in the middle of the operations.
That occurred to me.
Right, I'll be back.
So yeah, you find, you go in, and inside the main, cargo hold, or is basically a Turian who you would recognise tied to a chair, who's bound and gagged, basically.
One of the ones to be...
It was the pilot from the
Ah,
pilot you captured.
really?
You have Logain.
Hello, Gain. You want to leave them planning for a second?
Yes, I do, actually.
You might want to come...
Tiala's standing before a familiar Turian, tied, basically bound and tied and gagged to a chair. In an otherwise empty cargo bay.
Well, if it isn't...
I don't know if you ever got his name, but it's the pilot of the ship itself.
Well, if it isn't Flighty Drawhammer.
That's not his name.
I didn't hear an objection. Well, I assume you've already begun and finished.
I thought you'd want to ask him some questions.
I already asked. He refused to answer, and look what happened.
He might be a bit more polite this time, though.
Yoink! That bitch is crazy.
Oh, she taught me.
Yeah. So anyway, last time I asked you some nice, gentle, friendly questions. You didn't really want to answer them well. Now you know what option B is.
Yeah. So what do you want to know?
Where are the microdots?
What?
Good. Now, we have some partial maps and a key here. You recognize these?
Yeah, I drew them up for her.
So you don't know what's in the second floor, part 2?
No, I never went in there.
How many people are generally wandering around this base?
Anywhere from... I said 40 to 60, I think. 35 to 60, maybe.
How do you fit 60 people in this base?
Well, different people go away on different things at a time, but...
So they're not all generally there?
Not always, no. But
So you hot bunk it.
yeah.
So, room 1 is the hangar.
Yeah.
The way I look at it, you could probably only fit 1 ship in there.
2.
2 very small, very pathetic ships.
2 of these.
I mean, this thing's only like... Hang on. This thing's only, barely wide enough to fit the Sentinel. If we trimmed its fins back. It certainly
Yeah.
isn't long enough.
Well, the Sentinel Turian ships have got big wings.
Yeah. I didn't realize that the Malkavian was such a teeny-weeny little spud-sized ship.
It's
It's barely bigger than a shuttle, is what you're describing
bigger.
here.
It's bigger than a shuttle.
Just. The
Maybe it's
Massive
more
2
like-
Kodiak would have had a hard time fitting in here lengthwise.
Maybe it's more like you fit them in like Tetris piece.
I suppose if you put them in sideways.
Yeah.
Okay. 2, huh? And how many ships operate out of this base?
2.
So you have no more ships than you can store at maximum, but yet your crew hot bunks. So the Malkavian and 1 other ship.
Yeah.
And they're hardly ever there at the same time?
Usually they're not both there at the same time. Depends.
You see, you should have had 3 ships then, so you can be maximizing your usage, but whatever. So, we'd like to go to this base and capture all your friends. And you don't want to help us do that.
I don't.
See, he admits it. So why'd you draw the map then?
Because I saw things.
Yeah.
Did you miss anything on the map?
Oh yeah, there's the question marks there.
No, I mean...
Like the security cameras, you have them?
I could probably vaguely remember where some of them are, but
Well,
I don't.
you don't need
It's
to
not
remember.
something I.
You do have them. Where are they controlled from? I don't really remember. Security office?
Yeah, I never gone in there, but I put down kind of where it was, and I think that's the only thing that is in there. Should be on the second floor on the left.
Oh, there's another hangar on the second floor. Is that just docking control?
I assumed that was like the hangar was just big, like it was 2
It's
floors.
tall.
It's
Yeah.
just tall, yeah.
So we can get from the hangar to 6 to 9. What's 9? Vestibule. That's helpful. What's a vestibule? What's in there? The 9th room here, just below the security office.
It's just like some seats and like vending machines, and it's just
'Cause what we're
Nothing
thinking
much in
right
there,
here
you
is
just
wanna
wander
get
through
from
there,
1
get to
into
other
5,
places.
Shut down the cameras. Oh, okay. What is security generally like in your estimation, as a professional prisoner?
we got some cameras. I mean,
I mean,
These
people
guys
walking
are-
around in full armor carrying heavy weapons.
I mean, generally the guys wear armor most of the time because you never know when go time is.
When's your sleep schedule?
It rotates.
Is there a particular time when most people are snoozing?
Oh,
Nighttime!
I guess.
Daytime! So there'd be no particular advantage to any particular time of day.
I don't imagine so.
Prefer end of shift just before the start of the next.
Yeah. When they rotate, everyone will be there. You don't want that.
No.
But you want them near the end of the shift
I mean,
where
if
they're a bit.
nothing's happening, people go to sleep when they're tired and get up when they ain't. And it depends.
So when you're in the base, you don't have like a specific thing you're assigned to do, and then you have at the end of that shift, that's when you go to bed or anything like that.
Or is it just your base as in
I mean, I'm just the pilot, and I sometimes work on the ships as well. That's about all I do.
So you wouldn't know when people rotate in and out of, say, guard duty.
No, not specifically.
It sounds more like this base is their recreational facility, not their training facility.
Well, they do have a very large entertainment facility.
So this is more just a rest stop, not a.
Wait, I've got an idea. These guys are going to want entertainment.
No,
They're going to want...
no,
So we pretend
no.
that Crane is an exotic dancer. A dancer for money who'll do anything. And then... Well, he looks flexible. And you're giving me that look that says, I'm not doing it. Fine. Let's just go in there and get killed.
I'd rather not.
I'm sure my bosses would be happy.
Oh, we'll try to arrange it. Wait. How often is Atta at the base?
I don't know. Coming a couple of times.
Okay, so this isn't really an important base. Hey, you got another vestibule. You have so many vestibules.
What is a vestibule?
From what he says, it's a pointless room with no function. That happens to be adjacent to another room.
It's like a big hall. It's like a place that's like a hallway, but it's bigger than a hallway.
Here's a little 9x9 room. It's cute as all. Storage, that's important. So, what kind of things go into the lab?
Okay, one thing I can tell you is right back at the end of towards the end of last year, they brought in some Asari scientist or something, and she was doing something in there.
What was her name?
I don't know. I
Do you have
wasn't told it.
Did you see her?
Yeah.
Good. Well enough.
I mean, I had to take her there.
Do you have a picture? Can you
I
show,
don't have a picture
Can
of
you
her.
show him some pictures of Asari we know, or Asari that you've seen on holocams you haven't told me about yet?
I could show you a picture of the previous doctor that we just rescued.
Yeah, do that. I was actually thinking more the one that your friend got that
Oh.
I don't know about yet, so I can't
Actually,
bring up
that'd
in character.
That'd be the other one. The one that was harassing.
Yeah. It doesn't look like any of those ones.
Does it look like any of these? Just flash through some random Asari that I happen to have on here.
They're all kind of cute, but apart from that,
Okay.
no.
Have you ever seen? And I'll just bring up a couple of like people we've worked with, like particularly the Dorlan and
No reaction.
her Biotable friend, Gabriel Delgado.
No.
I just like some randos who I don't expect him to actually recognize at all, whatsoever. Just so I could get a baseline reaction on him. Yeah. No. Okay.
No.
Alright. And then I'm going to bring up a picture of Zabon.
Oh yeah, I know that guy.
Oh, do you? Okay. What's he doing these days?
I mean,
Now is not
we
the
were
time
supposed
for.
to. We were supposed to pick him up when he turned his back on you guys. Remember? Then you
Why would you want to pick him up for?
Well, why not? He was working for us.
They have a kitchen.
How long's he
Yeah.
been working for you for?
Zalbon,
Mm.
I don't know. At least, like, 4 or 5 months.
So, I've got a list of codes and procedures for getting in, using your ship to get into the base here. I presume these came from you.
Yes, I'm assuming that's why I was delivered here.
Guess where you're going.
I'm guessing I'm either going back to the Citadel into their nasty... Good.
Well, I mean, who knows what your final destination will be?